Resume. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the very last free event of 2022. My name is Katerina Satori. I love hosting transformational experiences of this nature, where I bring to all of us a deeper level of remembrance and humor codes, right? Humor codes come no matter what, if I plan them or not, they are here. I brought some notes for you, beloveds, just for me to stay on track. And I really challenged myself to go. I brought this antique clock. I really challenged myself to go for 30 minutes, right? Even though we had a little bit of a delay of a start, but the vision for this event and why the name, it's called quantum visioning, right? Because we are on a very unique threshold as collective. We know who we are, right? We truly know who we are. We don't have an excuse to say, I don't know who I am. I don't know my power. That is an old paradigm conversation. We know who we are as spirit animating matter, that we're operating in a quantum field with information, filled with energy, filled with hidden, organized intelligence. We know who we are. And we will continue to discover more and more and more of the fullness of who we are. And now the conversation is, do we dare to fully embody what we know? Do we dare to create as a quantum weavers of our experience? Or do we gonna keep holding on to a story that we are ruled by our circumstances, right? Which is it going to be? This is the energy of this event. I'm gonna give you my all in 30 minutes. I'm gonna give you my all. I wanna make sure that you are on fire to not only wrap up this year with a new sense of devotion, ability, humor, presence, commitment, but you also open up your quantum wings and you begin to envision your life and envision new possibilities on a completely new level. You are not just human. You are a divine entity, temporarily experiencing your reality in physicality. So which is it going to be? Where your focus is going to be? As you can tell, somebody had a cacao this morning. Where is this energy is going through? Maybe it's because I know it's the last event of this year, beloveds. This year has been strong, right? Strong. Lots of twists, lots of turns on the path. And I'm here to help us all to prepare for 2023. Got my notes. I hope you have your notes, because it's time to introduce to you a couple of very practical ideas. And before I do that, maybe some of you is asking, who is this woman talking to me right now? Beloveds, I am, first of all, a student of all things metaphysics, right? To go beyond regular physics. Since childhood, I was obsessed with one key question. Why am I here? And what is the nature of this reality? How does this reality works, right? So I've been a passionate student of all things mystical teachings, esoteric, hidden wisdom, right? And how does this reality works? And because I grew up in a very non-spiritual environment, surrounded by physical proof of limitation, struggle, poverty consciousness. My family back in Soviet Russia, we were so poor that we didn't even have a working toilet. You know, we didn't have a shower in the house. We used a simple bucket for our basic human needs. This is the level of scarcity and lack and limitation that I grew up with. So when I was a little girl back in Soviet Russia and I was looking around to the environment that was surrounding me. I was listening to the conversations of my mother, who was always overworked and undercared, right? I quickly realized if I want to create or have a different experience of life, my immediate environment is not going to open any doors for me, right? Nobody is going to bring any change for me. So as a young girl, I dove into the knowledge, into accessing any books and philosophies and visionaries and luminaries that can give me a code, a clue to how this reality really works, right? So I'm a big lover of knowledge. And then through accumulating knowledge, the next level of empowerment is to apply that knowledge, right? And turn it into experience. And then the more you experiment with knowledge and application, the more you unlock your power and the more you gain wisdom. So the very, very crucial point came when my consciousness began radically awaken. And when I would allow my soul to lead the way, right, to enter my body. And I remember, I will never forget that moment of a conscious invocation of acceleration of awakening. This is available to every single human being. And those who dare to say that invocation will begin to see a radical change in their reality. And I remember sitting in my house, this was so long ago, like year 2010 or 2011. I remember saying out loud, I choose an acceleration of my awakening. I choose to fully remember who I am. I choose to remember who I am. I choose to remember how I can create a different kind of life. So this is a quantum storytelling that I'm here to bring this, because you want to know, well, how did you get here, right? From which place of personal experience I can share with you these conversations and these teachings, right? Okay, so we have two screens going on. If you just joined Facebook community, I love you. Zoom blocked my access to the Facebook group. So I'm on two screens right now. We're doing the best that we can with the situation that requires flexibility. All of this preview, beloveds, is guiding me to the principle of quantum creation number one. If you have something to write down, I would recommend for you to write it down and to really begin contemplating on this principle. Principle of quantum creation number one goes like this: your reality, your current reality, is a direct reflection of your most dominant frequency. Your current reality is a reflection of your most dominant frequency. Okay? Premise number one, you don't need to agree with it right away. I offer it to you for contemplation, right? A contemplation. Let's turn this idea around and to really try it on. The second part of this idea, of this principle, quantum creation principle, your current reality is a reflection of your past thinking. Past thinking. So when I was introduced to this very ancient philosophy, all the way from ancient Egypt, ancient Egypt was one of the most progressive civilizations, right, on this planet. So they had specific philosophies, specific ways of navigating this reality that came to them from Atlantean civilization. And what Atlanteans were known for is their phenomenal mastery of the mind. Phenomenal mastery of the mind. They lived in embodiment that the mind is not inside the body. the body is inside the mind. So your reality is a reflection of your mind. Your reality is a reflection of your dominant vibration. How powerful it is to realize, because we're going to go next level quantum. When I was thinking, why did I got this inspiration to call this event quantum visioning? Because we don't have much time left to play on this, kind of an amateur level with all the information that it's available to us so freely. It is time for all of us to go quantum. Quantum science, quantum physics, quantum theories have been bringing to us these phenomenal discoveries that everything physical that you see, including your body, this chair, this table, everything physical that you see is made up of what? Made up of atoms. And what is atom is made of? Atom is made of two things: information and energy. So when you spend some time, oh, my legs are going to sleep. Hi, everyone. Hi, Facebook community. My legs are going to sleep over here. So I'm just going to switch this, see if I can put you over here with me. Okay. So when you go and spend some time with luminaries like Nassim Haramein, oh gosh, love that human being. And you begin to, this is the person and the scientist who brought to us unified physics, right? Basically, a person who said, my aim in life is to explain oneness in the language of physics. He has a powerful documentary called Interconnected Universe. If you haven't seen it, you must watch it at least 5 times, because it will really impact how you see yourself, that you're not a regular human or conscious human. That's the next level. You are actually 7 trillions of cells moving in space, right? Just having that realization, when I really got it, that everything physical is made of atoms, which is energy and information. Why is it so important for us to realize and to really embody, beloveds? Because when you change information and you change your energy, you change your reality, right? This is what I mean by going quantum with our visioning. And at the higher level of frequency, you're going to experience higher levels of laws of creation, right? Meaning, if we operate on the 3D levels of consciousness, we only see ourselves as personality, as an ego construct. There is a 3D principles of creation. But the moment we begin to elevate our consciousness, ascend our consciousness to 5D, 6D, well, sometimes you're going to enter the 9th dimension, right? You dive into the void of existence to really create this next level of you. But let's just say you stabilize your consciousness and you really see your life from 5th dimensional perspective. You really know yourself as a part of the whole. You're not a separate entity. You're not a separate island. You finally stabilize your consciousness. I am a part of this holistic system. If that is so, then quantum is the language you begin to speak. Quantum is the language you begin to speak. You begin to realize and remember yourself as 7 trillions of cells filled with information and energy. This is how much power you really have to create what you truly desire. So why is it so challenging for so many people? The question can be asked, right? Why is it so challenging for people to transform their reality, right? Why? I have notes for you. Let me know in the comments if this is interesting to you, because we are doing the best we can here. We're doing the best we can, beloveds. with two screens. I'm holding one. I'm staying connected over here. You know what I mean? It is all beautiful medicine. It's all beautiful medicine. So energy is conscious. And why is that important? Because I really wanted us to grasp this quantum conversation, my loves, you know, to grasp it, because you are an eternal spirit. There is this dreamer within you, right? There is a God essence in every cell of your being. So what are we doing here when we're going quantum? We are going through this incredible remembrance that we can weave our reality into being, right? We're multidimensional beings. I brought something for you. It's called dream, right? The moment we stop dreaming, we stop creating, and we start creating unconsciously. So we can create consciously, or we can create unconsciously. So these universal laws and these principles of creation, my opportunity assignment for you this week, you are seeing yourself as 7 trillion cells moving in space. Just realize the quantum power that is hidden within each cell of your being. So the higher levels of awareness, there is different rules of creation. Let me name 3 things that stop working the higher you ascend in your consciousness. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Time to write it down. So the very first one is mixed feelings create mixed results. Mixed feelings create mixed results. Okay, an example would be, part of you says, I am ready to expand. I am ready to expand. This is my year to go for it, right? But then you begin to wobble and you begin to listen to the story of self-doubt or fear that says, wait a second. If I'm really going to expand, that means I'm going to expand how I show up. I'm going to expand how I lead. I'm going to expand my sense of responsibility, right? So you begin to wobble and create confusion and create mixed feelings. And that dramatically affects your ability to create results that you want. Mixed feelings create mixed results. So you coming into coherence within yourself on a daily basis is non-negotiable if you desire to create on the quantum level. The second idea, passivity, is not going to create anything, right? So, you know, there is this moment in our spiritual evolution, right, where we discover what it feels like to be carried by the great intelligence. So it's a temporary chapter on your way of quantum mastery. We're not designed to drift in our life. The more conscious, masterful creator you remember yourself to be, the more intentionally you are going to move through your reality. Passivity is not rewarded at the higher levels of consciousness. There is actually more daring. And if we want to dive into conversation of your spirit guides, right? Your spiritual invisible advisors, the more you step into your authentic soul power, the more they step aside, right? The less they interfere, because they want to encourage our authentic soul sovereignty. So on a higher level of creations, if you really desire to create on the quantum level, passivity gets to die, right? There is this inspired activity inspired activity where you pick up the brush every morning and you weave, you paint your reality, right? You choose your frequency, you choose your focus, you choose a conscious language. It's all a matter of choice, beloveds, all a matter of choice. The last one is lack of clarity. Lack of clarity costs a lot at a higher levels of creation. Lack of clarity has a price at a high level of creation, right? So it's very powerful to realize that and just say, I am a conscious dreamer. I'm a conscious weaver. I am energy and information moving in space. Whoa. What do I desire to do, to be, to experience, and to know? I have only 5 more minutes. Five more minutes? Or you're getting tired? How are you doing over there? Are you still with me? You know, yay. We're here, Sarasas. We're here. I am just checking to see if you're over here. Marvelous. I'm having so much fun with you. You know, if we're not going to have fun, we're not going to go anywhere, right? We're just going to have fun here, beloveds. Okay, so let's go with this conversation of the quantum creation. The word that comes through is quantum refinement. You become to weave your reality as this interdimensional artist, right? Interdimensional artist. You bring this new level of presence, new level of playfulness, new levels of curiosity, and you begin to dive into your inner self. Nobody needs to drag you there. Nobody needs to motivate you to meditate, because you understand the power of every single atom that you can awake into a conscious awareness, right? Really powerful stuff. To make it practical, yeah, you weave reality as an interdimensional artist, beloveds. You know, so everything is, you begin to remember yourself as a part of quantum field. So you begin to get to know this quantum field, right? So to wrap it all up, or I begin to start wrapping it all up, to make it practical, I really wanted us to expand our understanding of a quantum reality. And as a fifth dimensional beings, we are a part of this quantum ocean. You and I are an ocean, or a wave on the quantum ocean. What it means that the moment you have an intention, it is heard and received an entire ocean of quantum field. It means that telepathy and instantaneous manifestation is not this, you know, these super abilities that are accessible to something, to someone, right? But it's accessible to all of us. And it's time for us to act on the sacred knowledge that is available to us. It's time for us to act. It's time for us to create like this, right? So I'm going to ground this into a very practical homework assignment for you that comes right now. So maybe you have had this practice of choosing a word that represents 2023, right? You choose a word, but I'd like to challenge you to really go deeper into that. You not only choose a word, but you choose a vibrational essence of that experience that you're calling in is already fulfilled. So I'll give you an example. My word for 2023 is affluence. And not just affluence, embodied affluence. Now, I could have stopped here and just say, okay, I'm just going to intellectually focus on the word affluence. This would do very little in the quantum creation. How do we create? So you take a word, my example is affluence, and I am going into a deep connection with the meaning of affluence for me. To me, affluence is living in a reality where all of my needs are easily and consistently met. And all of my deepest desires are spontaneously fulfilled. It's a life of fulfillment, vitality, radiance, deep impact, right? Expanded creativity. So I go and I take a word that becomes my North Star for the year. And I unwrap the meaning, almost like, opening the petals on a rose. And I become very precise in every part of that vibrational essence, knowing that I desire to arrive at specificity of the vibrational essence, right? So that's the first level of creation. First level of creation is that level of artistic specificity. And then you begin this process of coming into resonance with that essence. I'm going to offer you this one beautiful remembrance, beloveds, that your reality, the third principle, the first principle of quantum creation, your reality is a reflection of your most dominant vibrational essence. Second, your reality is a reflection of your previous thinking. Third, your reality is a reflection of where your attention is, the quality of your attention, right? So when I choose a word and I find the vibrational essence of that word, my next playful experiment of creating my destiny is refining my attention, refining my ability to come into resonance, to attune my attention to come into resonance with this essence, right? Really powerful stuff, really powerful stuff. Meaning, beloveds, as a multidimensional creator, I remember the past is just a mental construct. Future doesn't exist. Everything is happening and will be happening in one moment of now. So there is really nowhere to go, right? We are here. We're always here in this specific moment. So the question becomes, how do I come into resonance with one of the many parallel realities where the version of myself that I choose to call in 2023 already exists? That's the conversation that I call quantum visioning. It's all about specificity of your vibrational essence. It's all about resonance. It's all about quality of your attention moment by moment. And it is about radical responsibility, because we no longer can get away with putting a blame on our circumstances. That doesn't work anymore. The cost of it is too high. We cannot put a blame on the economy, on the government, on the lack of inspiration or the mood, knowing that you and I have 7 trillions of cells filled with intelligence, energy, and information. Change the information that you give to your 7 trillions of cells, and you're going to change what you see in your reality. Change the energy that you bring to every single moment of eternal now, right? Ooh, this is the topic that fires me up. Fires me up. Yes, yes, yes. Reality 7.0. So then, beloveds, one of my favorite, powerful wake-up call, Clara. Yes, and look at this, infinite possibilities. And at one moment, Zoom is not allowed to live stream into the group. I am so happy for technology, beloveds. Look at this. I have 3 devices, 3 devices, and I'm navigating all of them. But my deep prayer, collective prayer for all of us, we are collectively dreaming this reality, this collective movie that is very real to our senses, but it's a very temporary experience, beloveds. And we have reached such a critical point of accessing information about quantum space, about who we are, about parallel realities, now moment, that we have no excuse to play small. We don't have any excuse. And really, we don't have much time left. Even though I speak it as a metaphor, time is also as a construct. Time is a construct, right? Past, present is a construct just for us to navigate. So if you and I remember ourselves as a conscious dreamer, if we really commit to mastering the rules of reality creation, if we're going to say, you know what? The last couple of years, I kind of lost my momentum. The last couple of years, if I'm really freaking honest with myself, I lost my focus. I started holding myself back. I started giving myself a story. Wow, how this dream destiny is possible for everybody else, but maybe not for me. Maybe not for me. You know what I mean? And we begin to feed that kind of information and that kind of energy to all of these 7 trillion cells. That's who we are. And that's what we're going to see in our reality. Our reality is a reflection of our dominant vibration, our dominant thinking. And I'm going to conclude this live stream with this one remembrance, beloveds, that it truly takes strength to dream a bigger dream. Last 3 years has shook us into action, has shook us into awakening, has shook us into let's move into a new direction with a new level of awareness, right? And what I see is it takes real strength. It takes audacity to see yourself in a new way, to challenge yourself to master your attention, to master your energy, to master the information that comes inside of your consciousness, right? And to remember yourself as a conscious weaver, that nobody is going to weave our reality but us, but you and I. So what are the qualities in this quantum field in the first session that we are opening, right? Wow! Because tomorrow we're going to make it grounded, beloveds. Tomorrow, a transmission is elevate your online presence. I hold a very strong perspective. If you are not online right now, you don't want to be relevant. If you are not online with your voice and your message, and your magical gifts and your mastery, you are really, really missing a phenomenal opportunity, right? And the opportunity is called global connectivity. Opportunity is called opening up your throat chakra and speaking your vision into existence. So tomorrow we're going to ground this. Today we're going quantum. Tomorrow we're going to go, how do we take this quantum realization and begin to stream it into these magical platforms? Because this event is for leaders who choose to go to a new quantum level. So if you want to receive a second transmission, I'm going to go live stream into the group tomorrow. And for now, assignment for you today is very simple. Choose a word that represents your quantum vibrational essence, like an outfit, right? Right? If the mind is outside of your body, what do you want to fill your mind with? So deeply and so consistently that it becomes your reality. And then the second one, remember the 3 principles. Your reality is a reflection of your dominant vibration, of your past thinking, and the quality of your attention. If your attention is on the past, you're in the past. If your attention is on in insecurity or in fear, you're going to manifest that. If your attention is in the radical present moment, you're in the presence of divinity, in the presence of all possibilities, you're in the presence of truth. I'm excited for where we're heading as humanity. When people ask me, Katerina, what are you inspired by? I'm inspired by all the sacred knowledge. We have a knowledge from Atlantis, we have knowledge from Lemuria, we have knowledge from quantum physics. And to be given that access of information and not to do anything powerful with that would be really, really a waste, right, beloveds? Would be really a waste. So you and I are not going to waste another day, but we're going to rise and remember and be and embody the fullness of our quantum nature. When I was preparing for this conversation with you today and last night, and I said, Spirit, open my channel. So if this would be my very last transmission on the earth, because I don't count that tomorrow is going to come, you know, I count I have this moment. What do I desire to share with you to help all of us remember who we truly are? Quantum weavers. And every frequency you vibrate is a thread on a tapestry of your life. Every thought you cultivate is a color on a tapestry of your life. Every inspired action is a building block of a future that you are going to live. This is how powerful we are. And this is why I'm excited about what's coming forward. This is why I'm excited to bring this conversation, and we're going to have 6 days of this. 6 days of this energy. Well, each day is a different energy. I can't control that. Just show up and play with you. But I'm so happy to be with you. I am so happy and excited for us to weave our dreams into existence. And thank you for being here. I hope this session inspired you. Your homework, choose a vibrational word and begin to contemplate yourself and see yourself as 7 trillion cells in space. You are a physical expression of the universe. How powerful is that? Remember who you are. Remember who you are, and never take your focus of the divinity that is in every cell. I love you. I will see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. I will see you tomorrow. If you have friends that you wish they experience this magic with us, invite them to the group. And I will see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock. I am so excited to be here with you. I'm going to stop the recording.